Yo, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's Sunday, 1st of December, 1st of Advent actually. So, yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Today, we want to find out what it means to go to Car Congress in Madrid. We found some antique car congress and we want to check out the cars. I'm here with Wolfgang. Say hi, Wolfgang.
Hola.
Hola, buenas tardes. And first thing first, getting a coffee, and we thought to get it right here, but as you can see, it's a perfect cheesecake day, Sunday the 1st of December. We're here in IFEMA Madrid, well, the Congress Center of Madrid, where actually Formula One is going to be hosted from next year onwards, I think. You can see the track. It doesn't look like a lot of overtaking happening because I don't really see many straights. But anyways, that's not why we're here. So let's go in and check it out. Now inside, we just made it inside. First beautiful car. I thought it's a Testarossa. It's a Ferrari 348. So there you can see already. I have literally no idea about cars, but we're here anyways. We just found this Maserati covered in dust, as you can see. But what is pretty interesting to me is that it has this front spoiler. I've never seen this on any other car. For sure, if electric cars would do this nowadays, we wouldn't have such a problem with the range in electric cars. This car had it in 1984. If you want to know me more, this is my absolute dream car. For me, it's the most incredible car ever built. Absolute dream car. Unfortunately, they're now around, I think, a minimum 1.6 million. But, well, I think we found a small substitution next to it, which can serve until we're there. Now next to me, this beautiful 356 Porsche, one of the first Porsches ever built. Basically a VW Beetle. I mean, you can also see it, also horribly underpowered car, I think like 40 or 60 horsepower. But the craziest thing about this, they were actually built in Austria because Porsche, they had to flee from the Second World War and they went to a tiny town in Austria. One day I'm sure we'll go there because it's pretty close to my place in Austria. And yeah, they hand built them there. They transferred the VW Beetle into this beautiful Porsche, and that's where the 911 basically already started. And yeah, we all know how legendary 911s are nowadays. I think it's a dream of everyone to own one, so this is where it started. Next up, this beautiful 1969 Jaguar E-Type. What a beautiful
car. But dangerous as hell.
I don't know about that. I just know that if you're above 180 meters, I think you can always steal the show. And I think they're still relatively okay to get. Imagine with all this new electric, you will not need any of this. I mean, you can get everything here, like ignition lock, spark plugs, everything, lights. And you can build it all yourself. With all these electric cars, and nothing. You touch something and you die from a fucking electrical shock. I mean, if you want to have a manual Ferrari, I think this is super sick. Also with the lights in the front, I forgot now how they're called. But I mean, this is an incredible car, and it's a Ferrari for 75,000 euros. It's from 1998, so it's 1 year younger than me. Still looks much better, and will always look better. So I think this is a pretty sick deal. 190 Mercedes, my first car. Unfortunately not in such good condition and not with the engine like this, but I really miss this car. I sold it way too cheap and now I regret it. But since last night actually I've been thinking again to maybe buy one car and just put it aside because for me it's incredibly beautiful. I really hated it when I had it, when it was my first car, mainly because the police was pulling me over a lot. It was not what I was looking for in my first car. But yeah, also I didn't have the Mercedes Star. I had two of those. It was not in good condition. Also what it has, what my car has, is that the door was peeling off. So you can, basically the whole interior is falling apart. I think also, like my car, it had a 4-gear manual gearbox. What I also didn't have is this spoiler. Here it also was falling apart. But yeah, it's a super fun car. Uh, no catalysator. Sounded amazing. It's rear-wheel drive. It looks beautiful. Now it even more. I mean, in 2016, maybe it wasn't that beautiful. But now, in 2024, I think it's an incredible, legendary car. Future it will definitely go up in value, so don't buy them, so the price stays cheaper for me. Found the Mr. Bean car, also in perfectly mint condition, as you can see here. Yeah, but we know that he was using the car a lot. I don't know if there's still signs from his chair on the roof, but yeah, funniest car, but dangerous as hell. I mean, look at the size of the tire. It's basically as big as my feet. What is this actually? How many inch?
A few minutes later.
10-inch wheels, man. Crazy. Have you ever seen this? It's basically like on your electric patinette. Next up, this Porsche 928. Pretty special and very important car in Porsche history. It's the first Porsche V8, as far as I'm concerned. It's a front engine, not like the 911s with the engine in the back. I think this car also helped Porsche a lot because all the Americans, the American market was pretty dead with the 911 because the Americans didn't like 6-cylinders. I think this is a pretty sick daily build car, and the prices for sure in the future also will go up. I mean, I remember times where you could get them for 10,000 euros, and now, yeah, this one sells for 26. Still beautiful car, in my opinion. And now we found the perfect car for my friend Wolf behind the camera. He loves to drive like a gondolieri, and if you check out this steering wheel, I mean, it's pretty crazy. And also, if you consider that this car has an air suspension, I think it was one of the first ones for sure, with stock air suspension. I mean, that's why the car sits here so low and so beautiful. It already looks a little bit like a Venetian gondola, if you make it another color. Or if you consider Wolf standing on the top with a white and blue striped shirt and a long wooden stick, perfect. Little summary in between, to be honest, much better than we expected. Much nicer cars, much more cars than expected. In worse condition than we thought, but I think that's maybe normal also for vintage cars. What's crazy that if I start moving this bus, the whole thing is moving, and imagine doing this on the modern bus. It's crazy. But yeah, imagine sitting here, smoking some cigarettes since the 70s, no mobile phones. People still knew how to talk with each other, and man, golden times. Now we arrived to the American section. I mean, these are crazy cars. 707 horsepower to the rear-wheel drive, to the rear wheels. And I mean, it's aggressive, it sounds aggressive, it's, I mean, a crazy car, especially with seats like this that are looking more comfortable than most people's couches. So you don't have any like side protection. You're flying around the car. It drifts like crazy. It burns tires like nothing. American muscle, baby. All right, now we found the longest car on this Congress, 100%. I'm gonna measure it really quick for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 meters for 4 people. Please. 18 grand, to be honest. I think this would be a fun car for your marriage. So I've just learned that this Alfa Romeo, which I think does look pretty sick, is called Il Mostro in Italian, which means the monster, because it's so ugly. I don't think it's ugly at all. Let me know in the comments what you think about this car. I think it's pretty sick, and also according to my friend, they're pretty expensive. I think for me it looks a bit like the Italian version of JDM cars, especially if you look from the rear. I mean, it does look strange and boxy, but with this one taillight design and the spoiler and everything, I think it's pretty sick. I don't even know what to say, guys, because this is an embarrassment in itself that this toaster standing here at this Congress surrounded by all these beautiful old vintage cars. And it's even called a Mustang. I don't know what Ford is doing there. Maybe that was their start of claiming bankruptcies in the future, same as Jaguar will do now, but that's a topic for another discussion. Yeah, I can just tell you that these cars are not selling at all. Dealerships are fucking full with them. The car closed itself because it got scared now. Now, after this horrible embarrassment of this electric Ford Mustang, back to beautiful cars, and with that we already want to say at least bye to the Congress. Let's see if we're gonna catch up later once more to give a final summary of everything. To arguably the most beautiful line in car history, the 911. Just to say something beautiful after this electric car.